all I'm saying is if you get peanut butter in your hair, you don't just take a Kleenex and try to rub it out.
Why is it gotta be
You get in the
peanut
shower.
butter? That's disgusting.
You get in the shower and you rinse it out, right? What are you actually wearing? Are you wearing a...
It's a I don't know, a camo pullover. It's comfy.
Do you have heat in your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just
wondering.
want to be frat boy right now.
He's rocking
no.
camel pullover and no pants for tonight's episode.
I got pants on. I got pants on.
I believe it. All right. Welcome back to another episode of The Build Room. Hunter here with Kenny's on my right, at least. Jared's below him. Evan is to Jared's left on the screen. So if you're watching on YouTube, that's how you see us, maybe. If you're just listening to us, well, doesn't matter to you. But here we are. It is October 8th for us right here, right now. And Evan, you're here mainly because the Blue Jays won?
Yes, sir. Going to the ALCS, baby.
I didn't watch the game. What was the...
We jumped out to a quick 1-0 start in the top of the first. And then it stayed 1-0 until like the third, fourth. Yankees scored 1-1. And then we went up 2-1. And then it was 2-1 for a long time. And then we eventually went up 5-1. We scored 3 runs in the maybe 7th, maybe 8th. And then we were up 5-1 until the bottom of the 8th. And they scored 1 run. So it ended up being 5-2. We controlled most of the game though, so I was pretty happy. We had a bullpen day and all our pitchers were looking good.
Yeah, you put what, $10 on that game, didn't you?
I did too. Let's see what that payout was.
Yeah, what'd you win? That's
well, we're in Idaho, keep in mind. So I'm using Kalshi, which is just like stocks. And I went from
you're sports investing.
Right. I put $9.59 on the Blue Jays. And at that point, they had a 32% chance of winning.
He's a big bettor, everyone.
Yep. Made $23.
Whoa! Evan's got lunch tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
All right.
I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
As you were the only one here with a team still in the playoffs. What the Tigers on, we'll get into sports later, but as of now, the Phillies are crushing the Dodgers, thankfully. So
it's good news.
All right, cool. Well, congrats. Evan said that if the Blue Jays did not win, he would not have showed up tonight. So, which I don't believe.
True.
But
it's true. I would have been on suicide watch.
Okay.
I don't know if we can say that on Spotify, but
maybe we need to look at your life choices and decide if the Blue Jays losing is worth that. But
fair.
Kenny, you kind of been working on your own a lot this week.
Yeah, it's been real quiet. Me and about 500 flies on the far side of the shop. No, installing PPF on a 2025 F-150 single cab. It sounds kind of boring, but this is one of those with a 5.0 Coyote swap in it and a Whipple supercharger. So guy came in today and he was just checking on things, and I think he said that it's not been on the dyno yet, but he said it's supposed to make about 800 right now. 800 horsepower. So she can get up and go, but it's been fun.
Full PPF on it, so which is hopefully it'll be done tomorrow with it. Is the plan.
Pretty close,
so, yeah. Cool. Jared, anything exciting happening in your life right now?
Yeah, I was working super hard today, and Hunter came over and he's like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you, Kenny, for being the only one doing anything." It's pretty
You
upsetting.
guys were setting up a fly
catching
trap.
flies.
You were
for
setting up a fly
Kenny.
trap.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Kenny.
anything has actually gotten done on the other side of the shop for the last 3 days.
What do you
Because
mean?
the only time I saw Jared and Evan was when they were in that side of the shop that I've been working in, and it took them 10 minutes to set up one of those pull apart ribbon
One of
fly
them broke,
traps.
okay? So
Yeah,
we had
Evan
to go
broke
get
the
another
first
one.
I'm just saying, that's what I saw.
That's why.
Yeah.
Well,
It was good humor.
the-
It was good humor.
I was I was just a little taken aback at that moment that you were trying to set up a fly trap in a it's like, in my opinion, it's the equivalent of trying to use the air conditioning and opening the door to try to cool off the outside. That was my
No.
that was
Kenny,
my
Kenny,
what I
how
was-
many flies were on that trap when you left?
I don't remember. I didn't look.
Probably 30.
There was
There's
probably
a
at
lot.
least.
It was probably a
Yeah.
lot.
We were
out of the
catching 'em.
530 that were alive over
Yeah,
there
there's
right
a
now.
lot.
If
Putting
we
it
if we just leave the doors closed.
The doors are closed. They
The doors have
die
been-
overnight
Yeah,
and
no,
then they
yeah,
come back to life at
It's
noon.
It's Hunter's fault. He opens doors and leaves them open. For sure.
That's not true. That's not true. I
Mhm.
we're nearing the end of this bug season, so I'm just sick of those tiny little bugs that land on you when you're outside, and they don't care that they land on you. They're like, "This is my life. I'm living on this dude's back," and they don't fly off unless you actually flick them off or smash them. And I don't even know what kind of bugs they are, but
They really
annoying.
freak out when
So-
they're on their backs. They like to start squirming. That's the only time they care.
they're
You
like,
observe
yeah,
that?
when he
I don't know
gets
if-
flipped over.
Yeah.
Me? What? Have you seen?
This is
When you
why I
get
don't know
flipped
if
over on your
anything's
back.
gotten done at the shop. Because Jared's putting bugs on their back just to see how they react. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We gotta roll Evan over sometimes when he gets stuck on his belly. I'm just kidding. That's not true. I've never seen Evan on his belly, to be fair.
Oh.
But
Shoot.
all right, well, cool. I didn't really send anything out that we're gonna talk about, so this is gonna be a little free flowing here. We're just gonna see where the wind blows us tonight and take everyone on a little audio journey. So with that,
Did you change your voice for that?
How would you like me to?
No, I just
How?
did you because it sounded different.
Yeah, we're gonna take them on an audio journey.
I didn't like it very much, but
My thought. We've been doing this for a little while. Jared, you've been, I don't know, like almost 6 years, I think, doing paint stuff. I think.
Probably.
For
you.
Kenny, yeah, for me. I was trying to think the other day, Kenny. Yours was like 3. It's over 3, right? Or is it 2? Over 2?
I'm just over 2.
Kenny's been there for
It
dang near
seems-
1 month, and you bought him like $5 million of worth of equipment. And he has his whole own side of his shop, forcing me and Evan to go catch his flies like he's the freaking prince of the nation.
It's about time you recognize it. I don't know. I'm working on a $5,000
I've been there
project. I don't
for
know what you're
6
working
years.
on.
I've been there for 6 years. I'm painting with
In a
I don't even-
$20,000
I-
paint booth.
Yeah, you got a big old paint booth in there now.
Shut
so,
up.
Joking. That's the last paint
You
booth.
do need to change out your filters, though.
It is about
I
time.
was thinking that we need filters in there. Anyways, back to whatever I was trying to talk about. Anyways, yeah, Kenny. For some reason, it seems a lot longer. It was 3 years, but I guess time flies, huh?
Mm.
Evan, you've kind of been on and off for a couple years, so Evan didn't
Yeah.
really fully start until he finished with college, but so in that time, we've done a number of builds and different projects. So, my question for you guys, out of everything that we've done, what has been your most when we finished the project, you're like, that was my favorite truck that we had done. And
we get no time to think about this.
yeah, no, I'll let you think about it while I explain mine. So, just because I was the one that was thinking of it, but we've obviously done a ton of stuff, and it's hard for me sometimes to not be like because we've done so much, and I mean it's been like it's 8.5 years since I've been doing it, but we've done so many builds and we've done every which way. I'm kind of sometimes jaded towards truck stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, it's cool, but we just do it every day, all day. So not that it's not cool. It's just like, somebody that works in the bread factory, and they're like, yeah, bread's cool, but I do it every day. So this new flavor of bread is only kind of cool, right? But for us, it'd be like, that's a dough flavor of bread. That's the best analogy I come up with on the spot right there. So, anyways, as far as that goes, yeah, sometimes I get jaded towards some of the truck stuff. So it's like just gets monotonous sometimes, and it's still fun to do, but it's like the same thing over and over again. But as far as like favorite build or just like most enjoyable one, I think honestly though, I think this one that we're doing right now is gonna be kind of cool, just because it probably be one of the most in-depth ones that we've done, where we're doing suspension and it's fully powder coated. We did a set of 26-inch wheels on it, 26 by 14s on it. We did a 2000 Starlight headliner kit on it, full paint match, custom lighting all around. Kenny's still got to put like 40 rock lights on it, and some wheel lights, and there's other stuff I'm forgetting. But it's gonna be, yeah, train horn kit that's partially done. Don't forget to pick up that powder coat, by the way, in the morning. Side note. But yeah, we need the powder coat back from it so we can put the suspension back together. But it's gonna be like, it's a big build. So I think that one will be, just because that's probably one of the most in-depth and like complete builds we've done. Because we do everything from like just doing a set of badges to doing something like this where it's a full thing. So maybe it's, yeah, kind of unfair on some of it to be like, what's your favorite thing? But I think that one will probably be pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of to the point where modifications are fun and cool, but also too, I'd rather just not spend my money on some of that stuff. Which it may sound bad, but it's like, because we do it every day and we do it for other people, which is fun, and I'm glad we get to do it. And that's the fun part of it. It's also like, I don't really care to do it for myself. What's the saying? It's like the mechanic's car is always broke down or something like that, I think. Does that sound familiar?
Never
Sounds
heard
right.
that. But it makes
I'd buy
sense.
it.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, I think this one will be pretty sweet. We've done some before where they've been pretty in-depth, and it's like everything is our work, and pretty much everything we do, for those that don't know, is done in-house for what we can. Obviously, I just mentioned powder coat, just because we're not set up to fully do a full powder coat. It's just easier for us to outsource that here locally, but everything else, like lighting, paint match, obviously the PPF, the tint, all that sort of stuff we do in-house. So it's kind of cool that we actually are able to offer that and we don't have to outsource it, where some other people, which is fine, but they don't paint their own stuff. Like, they outsource that, which is the biggest thing, obviously, that you can kind of do to some of this stuff, or it's like the biggest part of the process. And so even just the fact that we have everything, like when we get a set of headlights, we're the ones opening it, we're the ones painting it, we're the ones putting it back together, we're the ones shipping it out, and everything stays in-house, which obviously helps us create faster lead times and whatnot. But I think it's cool that we can offer that. And so for the builds that we are able to do everything in-house like that, those ones are, you take maybe a little bit more pride in them. So but yeah, as far as like landing on favorite build, I think this one will be one of them. That'll be like, this one will be one of the best ones. I'm trying to think. We did one. Oh, yeah. I don't know. We've done so many that's hard. They all just get like mixed in my brain. But I think, I don't know. We did. Sorry, Jared's raising his hand. Go for it, Jared.
My favorite is anything that comes in and goes out in like one day. That's my favorite. Easy stuff.
Okay.
Like if someone's like, "Hey, can you paint my emblems?" That's my favorite build right there. Get it in and out.
I like the headlight builds where it's just like
I
that
do like
kind of
headlights. I feel like we're really good at headlights, getting them in and out, and it's pretty specialized. Like, there's not a ton of people that do it. So yeah,
Mhm.
I do like that. My favorite truck that I can think of right now, I liked that antimatter, whatever it was, Super Duty or whatever that we put the huge bumpers on, fusion bumpers, maybe. Kenny, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
which one I'm talking about?
Something like
Kenny
that.
might not have
I know
even
what you're
been
talking
here.
about. I don't think Kenny was here yet, but that was for a guy up in Montana.
Yeah, and
He came down from Montana, but yeah.
he had like a thing in his headlights that was American flag for his dad. That one.
Mm-hmm.
And the HX is the paint code. It's antimatter. I like that color. It looks black almost in some lighting, but then you get it out in the sun and it's blue, kind of. I don't know what the word is. It changes blue and black. Nice color.
Same color as the single cab Kenny's working on.
Yeah, and those headlights were cool with that custom reflector with the American flag for the guy's dad who was a war veteran or something like that. I can't remember. The bumpers were a nightmare to paint. They were like 6 million pounds, and
Yeah,
me
they're so
and
heavy.
another guy that used to work there were holding it up while Hunter tried to screw them on, and that was the worst. But as far as the way the truck
you
looked,
guys could have dropped that on me, and I wouldn't be here right now.
yeah, we would be. Yeah,
Maybe with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
you would be. But that was a cool truck. That was my favorite.
That was a fun truck. I like it. Kenny, Evan, who knows?
I liked the last truck we did for Enthusiast, the whited out Super Duty. That was pretty sick.
Yeah.
So we did basically the same thing with just a
Yeah, it
few
was
less
everything.
pieces.
Yeah.
Did all the wheels, suspension. I do like I like the gray that's on like the newer Chevys. I forget what the code is, but it's like the matte gray almost. That one's pretty sick.
It's like a slate gray, yeah. It's on
Yeah.
the GMCs and the Chevys.
Yeah. But I like
don't know
any
what the
color
code
we
is
do
called,
with
but
that.
yeah.
I liked those. We did Subaru headlights. I really liked the color of those. It was like a sparkly black. That was pretty interesting. Got to cut
That was a
open
cool
something
color.
different.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. Kenny?
The one that I liked doing or like working on the best, it's the trucks I hate working on the most. It was a Ram, but it was for a local guy. And this was like right before we moved shops. It was a black Ram dually, and he had like a fusion bumper that we put on the front for him.
Oh, yeah.
But it was all black, and it was one of the earlier projects that I got to do PPF on, but he wanted matte PPF across just like certain body lines. So I thought it ended up looking pretty cool. But that one was one of my favorites. And then one of the first 450 limiteds that was there when I started working, it was it's like that light blue color for Super Duties. I can't remember what the code is, but
Glacier.
yeah, Glacier Gray. And that one was sick because it was the whole truck, and it was just cool because it was a limited. But it was hilarious because I forget where the guy was from, but it was a truck for his daughter, and it was just this massive truck, and the whole thing.
Oh yeah, the guy was from up in Canada. It was we got the truck from a dealership
Yeah.
in Salt Lake, and then they were sending it up to Canada. It was like her graduation present.
Yeah, it was this huge like $140,000 truck, and it was all for his daughter. I was like, that must be cool, but it was really cool color.
Yeah, that one was that Ram that you're talking about. That was for the old landlord for our shop in Jerome, Israel. But yeah, that one, it was a different look. I don't really love the short bed Ram dualies, to be honest, but just because I feel like, I don't know, we just had a Ram dually in the shop, and I just think the Ram dualies are a little funky looking compared to the F450s and such. Even we have that ginormous 3500 in the shop right now, and I don't even think those look as bad. I just like the more boxy fenders. I think is what it is on the back. But yeah, I think that's yeah. I kind of you guys weren't here for the Jerome shop, but it was the one that so like after utilized one of my dad's shops, we went to the shop in Jerome, and it was actually in town, and it was like two separate buildings, and the one building had the paint booth in it. Yes, Jared?
That's the shop I started in.
But okay. Thanks.
Anyway,
Thanks
continue now. You said I wasn't in there. I just wanted to clarify.
No. Sorry, I meant the.
Oh, the
Kenny
other
and
two
Evan.
clowns? Yeah, they weren't in there.
Yeah, they weren't. That was like year number 3 or something like that of precision retrofits. So, but yeah, those were. I was talking about the other day when you wish sometimes you were like the 10-year-old and you were just watching cartoons and that's all you had to worry about, right? Like SpongeBob or something like that. Okay. Sometimes that's how I feel about that old Jerome shop, right? It was a little more simple. It was just like simpler time in life kind of, but we definitely weren't to the point where we are now as far as like being as busy and doing as much stuff as we do. But I get this weird nostalgic feeling of listening to Post Malone's Hollywood's Bleeding album and working at that shop with a guy that used to work for us named Josh, and also then Jose came in after that. Random side note, but anyways,
That's good. That's good.
yeah, sir.
You could call that segment Throwback Wednesday.
Yeah, sure, yeah, okay. But yeah, that was the Jerome shop. We moved there like 2-3 years after actually started the thing, and it was 2 separate buildings. Paint booth, actually legit paint booth in one of the buildings. It used to be an auto body shop, and then the other side of the building was like super kind of. It wasn't bad. It was just like a little janky in some spots, and the bathroom in the back. That's
absolute nightmare to go to the bathroom there. You literally just every time you go in, you see a different Black Widow in there, and it was the worst.
It was quite literally just there was a spot for a toilet to be put in the ground, and then other than that was it. But you obviously had to have some privacy, and so it just had like a couple pieces of plywood put around it, and since it was in the very back corner of a very old shop, it was like Jared said, it was just kind of disgusting.
I literally held my poop so I didn't have to poop there. Hunter is probably considering installing that now to keep us out of the bathroom breaks.
That's for sure. Or at least we go halvesies on the toilet paper, something like that.
Some of us take more bathroom breaks than others.
I told you I was thinking about putting a bidet in that in the bathroom, Evan, right? I said that.
You did.
But that would probably contribute to more bathroom breaks.
No, I'm
Even
not.
If you don't
I wouldn't
have
be
to
using
go
that.
number 2. You wouldn't use it?
No, I wouldn't use it. It feels like it's the same water that's squirting everyone. I don't like that.
I don't want Evan's cheek water on my cheeks.
I don't like that one bit.
It's fresh water. It doesn't use sewer water.
You know what it feels like.
Yeah, I know what it feels like. I have one in my house, and I love it.
I don't want toilet water. No, and I will not.
Can't knock it till you try it.
I think you would like it. We don't have to get the one with the air dryer.
What do you
like
mean I would like it? What is that supposed to be?
This is going downhill.
We're just wipe. I don't need to like going to the bathroom. I just wipe my butt and get out.
I'm just saying, like, you said you got, you got a little more hair in some places.
Oh, shoot.
That's true. No,
I'm saying.
Yeah, dude wipes come in clutch. You gotta have dude wipes.
Yeah.
We could invest in some dude wipes.
We should
that
get
could
dude
be
wipes.
a happy medium. Toilet paper, bidet. Dude wipes.
Yeah, we could. But also, like, the bidet, you only have to buy it once, whereas dude wipes, you got to keep buying them, right?
It's true.
Yeah,
So,
and then you throw it away.
All I'm
not
saying is if you
use
get peanut
poo
butter in
water.
your hair, you don't just take a Kleenex and try to rub it out.
Why is it gotta be
You get in the
peanut butter?
shower,
That's disgusting.
you get in the shower, and you rinse it out, right?
What a segment. What a
That's
segment.
all. Anyways,
Hunter's wanted this
So, yeah.
podcast just so he could talk about bidets. That's the only reason he wanted this podcast.
I'm a huge supporter of it. If we got a bidet company listen to this, sponsor us right up. We'll
That's
shout
true.
you out on
That's
the
true.
Precision Retrofits channel for sure.
What's the company of yours?
Yep. What of mine?
Yeah,
I
what's the
don't know.
company?
I don't know the company. There's so many
Amazon.
places to make. You could get it off Amazon for like $150 or something like that.
$150.
But
Jeez.
it has a heated toilet seat. You don't have to get one
I
that
don't like
expensive,
that.
but
I don't like
it's kind of
heated
nice.
toilet
I'm not
seat.
gonna lie. Sometimes it's kind of nice. I'm just saying.
I don't want to heat a toilet
Then
seat
it just feels
either.
like someone was sitting there before you.
Thank you.
We
That's what I was
got to
about to say.
move on. This is like
Exactly.
we're getting
You're just
stuck on
transferring
this.
warmth
It's different.
from one
Okay.
person to the next.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's different.
gosh.
Yeah. Anyways, the Jerome shop. It was a little bit. It was a fun place. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes you miss it. That's all I'm saying, right, Jared?
That's right.
What was the first job I had you do at that shop?
The first job you had me do was to clean the paint booth.
Was that really?
And at that point, you were spraying on just white tables, like folding tables, and we were papering them off to spray on them,
Yeah.
which isn't a bad
Every
idea.
time, yeah.
It's not as good as
No.
what we do now, but you had me paper the tables off. Was the first thing I did.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that was a fun time. That's all I'm saying. Good nostalgia.
Talk about our haunted doll that we found. Jay,
Yeah,
what's her
her
name?
Agatha.
Agatha?
No,
Her name's
that's not
Agatha.
her name.
Yes, that's what her name is.
Okay, so the story behind this is my wife bought a box of dolls from this lady off of Marketplace, and we have a 2-year-old daughter, so she really likes baby dolls, so that's why she bought them. But some of the dolls in that box are what you would expect from a older lady owning a lot of boxes of old dolls. The one that Evan and Jared are referring to in particular is only one of many. I could probably bring a different doll to work almost every other day, and they would all be terrifying. There's currently sitting in my garage right now, and when I get out of my truck, there is one sitting in a box staring directly at me as soon as I get out of my truck with a smile on its face.
I'd burn it.
Okay? So this doll that they're referring to, I'm assuming my wife put it in my truck, and so Monday morning I got in my truck and there was this doll, and Evan, can you explain what the doll looks like?
Yeah. She is. I don't know.
That's all you got?
Okay, she's probably this tall.
Mm-hmm.
This tall.
That's good audio.
She
description.
has black hair, right? She's wearing a black dress, but the dress is like from waist down. And then it has like all these lines all over its face that are supposed to be like dimple marks and smiles and chin marks, but they just look like different
Okay.
marks across her face.
Mhm.
So
She's a little busty too. We will mention
Yeah.
that for some reason. Very odd. Anyway, so I found this thing in my truck and I was like, okay, that's terrifying. And I brought it to work. And so what I did, I showed it to Kenny because he was the only one at work at 9:05. Not surprising, but that's okay.
It's probably at the store.
And
Continue.
I took it and I put it in Jared's paint mixing room, and I stuck it in his paint mixing cup box so that when he went to grab his paint mixing cups, he would look up and see this terrifying doll. And that's what happened. He found it. And from there, he brought it over, and we call her Agatha now, apparently. but she's kind of the shop watcher. She's always watching.
Yeah, fantastic
That's not her
idea.
name.
Bring the weird voodoo doll lady into the shop that's already potentially haunted because it used to be a freaking asylum or whatever. And we're also like 20 miles away from a concentration camp. So, wonderful idea. You guys are just full of
Wait.
good ideas.
Okay, this is a former concentration camp, not a current
Yeah,
concentration camp.
Farmer, World
And a
War
monastery.
II.
Still up and running.
But
Doesn't
yeah.
Eric live next? He lives close to that one, huh?
No, I think it's technically closer to us. I think it's more north.
No, it's in Hunt. It's in Hunt.
Okay. You might know, Hunter.
Which
you probably founded
close.
it.
It's. I think I've been to Hunt, Idaho once. Not because my name is Hunter, but just because
Right.
it's. I mean, when you live here for as long as you do, it's a little bit past Eden. Actually, I think it's right before. I don't know. Eric will know. He'll have to let us know. He's probably been there. But anyways, yeah, it was a former concentration camp. For the Japanese, I think is what it was.
Yes.
Which, anyways,
How did I not
Most
know
people-
this was there?
most people don't know that the Americans had lots of concentration camps.
I
in
had
that
no
time.
idea.
They did.
I had no
In
idea.
the
And they
West we
were for
did,
like
yeah.
Japanese. Mm-hmm.
Let's
So,
take a field trip.
No,
we could.
We
I don't
don't
know
need
what's there
any more
most.
bad juju on ourselves.
We can take
This-
our doll to the camp.
Yeah, let's leave her there. That's for sure. That's a good idea.
This is a good segue. Okay. So demonic spirits. Okay. This is a real thing. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm locked in.
No, you can laugh. That's fine. I don't.
Mhm.
Maybe that's the way you shoo away your demons, but that's okay. What are you guys' thoughts on demons, demonic spirits in today's day and age and how we live? And obviously within the Bible we see lots of interaction with demons, demonic spirits, whether it's casting out of those or like Jesus did it a few times, and then the apostles as well, and yeah, you get Old Testament. There's lots of different things within there as well. So in today's day and age, how do you feel about that? How do you believe they interact in our day and age?
Good, Ken.
I mean, okay, I'll go. No, when I was in like middle school and high school, there was a guy we went to church with, and he worked at the Genesee County Sheriff's Department, and he worked at the jail. He worked at the prison, and he would tell us stories of guys that he was like, he's like 110%. He's like they were demon possessed, like guys that would come in. And he told us a story one time, and like, think of Jared, but even skinnier, and like
That's pretty skinny.
like 125 pounds soaking wet. And
Yikes.
he's like this dude, just some crazy stuff, like was pooping all over himself in his cell, and just yes, Jared,
I'm a $160. Continue.
I'm saying this dude was skinnier. He was
Onward.
$125. But yeah, just like they would taser him, wouldn't go down. They would mace him. They would body check him, like prison guards that were like 225, 250. Body check him, just like
Hey, now we're
nothing
talking Evan.
phased him at all. That was smaller than Evan, but just yeah. And he's like the things that these people would say,
Oh.
and it was just he was like 100% sure that they were demon possessed. So I think it can happen. I think that's the first thing I think of is like people that come under the influence of like drugs and stuff. I think that's just a tool of the devil to use to take control of people. And I mean, I might be wrong,
Mhm.
but that's the first thing I think of. I think it is true, but
I mean, I still believe the supernatural in whether it's good or bad, is very much still at work today. Obviously, we would say supernatural as in like spirit and how God works within the supernatural for good is very much a thing still. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes there are some people that are like, yeah, but demons aren't really a thing anymore. but I mean, even we were talking about this the other day with movies that have more demonic, spirited influence behind them are more scary because you feel that they're like more real, right? Evan, you were kind of like talking about
Yeah.
that a little bit.
Yeah. I think, well, as Christians, obviously we can't be possessed by a demon, right? But I do think they're obviously still at work, maybe just not as much as it used to be in Bible times. But obviously Satan is still, roaming the earth. So that
Mm-hmm.
in and of itself is an answer right there. But yeah, speaking on the basis of movies, like if you're watching a scary movie, but it's just like a thriller, it's obviously not as scary. But then when you watch a horror movie about, demons or whatever, you just kind of feel gross watching it just because, it's possible and it's probably happened before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I would say like I do think if you are indwelled with Holy Spirit, you are not going to be really prone to demonic spirits. I think yeah. I think it obviously is more prone to people that are but I mean I really haven't experienced anybody like in person that's like holy moly they got a
Mm-hmm.
demonic spirit, I guess. But I mean yeah, there's obviously stories like that, and um I just I think what it comes sometimes people come to the point of okay, what does that mean as far as do we still have the gifts of the spirit, right? Do we have the ability to oh cast out demons, right? That sort of stuff. And I think there's been some churches and some people who have maybe used it a little bit too far for different purposes, that are probably not God, right? They're not the work of the Spirit behind that. It's more so like a show sort of thing. But I mean, me personally, I still believe that is very much so alive. I wouldn't say I'm a cessationist, if that makes sense. I still believe that we have the ability as followers of Jesus and being um, indwelled with the Holy Spirit that we are able to carry out what Jesus initially instructed his apostles to do. Jared, what are your thoughts on demons?
I feel like Hunter has a bucket of spiritual topics, and he just randomly picked one today, and he's just
This
like,
was random. No,
let's
this
talk
was
about
random. I
this.
don't know. This came from our doll. This was our doll
That's true.
conversation.
Okay,
But
it
this is,
didn't have to do with the
you know,
doll. You
no.
guys touched on pretty much everything. I thought Hunter, what you said was good. I think demon possession, like straight up, demon controlling a human being is very rare. It's obviously in the
Mm-hmm.
Bible, so we know it can happen. Um, it's very rare, especially in our very developed countries. Obviously, we have no idea what happens in other countries or in deep parts of the jungle. But yeah, I think that part is very rare. But I think spiritual warfare and demons are probably just as active today as they were always. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's more influencing people. I think even just some people's political views, we don't have to get fully into politics, but just like some of the more far out political views, like on abortion and stuff like that, I think that is demonic influence. I don't think you can say it any other way. I think that's Satan influencing in the world. And I think that's clear in a lot of different ways. And what Evan said was good too. I think if you're indwelled by the Holy Spirit, which you are if you're a Christian, then you can't be possessed by anything evil, but you can still be
Mm-hmm.
influenced by evil. And I think,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's very real. Happens all the time. And
Yeah.
it might not be the scary demon possession. A demon takes over a body. That might not happen too much. But I think the influence is alive and well.
And we will use our power and we will cast that demon out into the swine, and they're gonna jump off the cliff, just like Jesus, right?
Right.
Yeah, right. So, all that to say, the doll we have, Agatha, she has no power over us,
That's right.
Right.
but she will be watching. So, also, this is completely random. I was just thinking of it. If you do happen to come in the shop, Jared and Evan have a battle going on of who drew the best sailboat. So make sure you ask on that, and you can put a tally mark for who you vote for.
You can't ask whose is whose. You just gotta
You can't
vote.
ask who's who.
Ken,
Yeah,
you still have
so,
to vote.
It's the most important
So-
thing we've ever said on this podcast because it's really serious.
Most important. It was just random.
Wait.
It just came to mind.
What is
came
it?
to
It
mind,
froze
so.
up. What do you
Kenny
say?
hasn't even done it yet.
Did you vote in their sailboat competition? Okay, well, you guys got to get Kenny to vote.
I've been actually getting work done at the shop.
I knew it
Not
was coming.
whatever
I
these
know it was coming.
these dudes are doing, building sailboats.
And hiding scary
We
dolls.
we drew it, Kenny. We didn't build it.
Yeah.
We drew it. Okay.
Whatever you did.
It's true.
Hopefully that took you less time than
okay.
it would have to build it.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. Moving on. That is our initial portion. Moving on to, we're gonna do our sports episode, our sports talk now. So if you feel like staying tuned for our extra
Macaulay.
conversation around this, yeah. If for those that don't want to listen to sports, then bye. But you're gonna miss some really good insight.
I love how Hunter's literally just talking to Eric and Macaulay, our two listeners right now.
Yep.
Just that's our two listeners.
Does Macaulay stop listening at the sports?
That's who he's
Like,
talking
probably
to.
probably she does. Yeah, she probably does.
So Macaulay, you can leave. Eric,
Yeah.
keep listening.
Yeah. So we had well, we obviously kind of touched on baseball a little bit. Evan's still in this. He's feeling hot and heavy about the Blue Jays right now. He was very nervous today, though. I will say that about them
Was.
losing.
Very nervous.
Um,
Nervous enough
Anyways.
to put $10 on him.
which I don't know if that's the way you should bet or invest, but I guess if nervous investing is the way you like to
It
do
worked
things, you
out.
can go for it.
It worked out.
I'll go first. The Chargers sucked last week. They played a good first half, I will say, for the most part. That return punt that Ladd had at the end of the second half that got called back really killed us because of a 10-point swing. The Commanders then went kicked a field goal, and game was tied at halftime, and then the Commanders just destroyed them in the second half. So I don't really know what to think of that right now. They play the Dolphins this week, so hopefully they can kind of, I don't know. Their defense, they just traded for, what's that guy's name? Obagu? Is that his name? I'm butchering his name right now. Odafe Owe is his name from the Ravens, which
He's going to be so mad when he hears this.
I know he is.
He is.
So we'll see if their defense has been great the first 3 games of the season though. So something's missing. We did lose Khalil Mack, which is not great, but also at the same time it should still be decent. But
Is he out for the season?
no, not this season. He just broke his I think it was his arm is what it was, or his wrist or something
I
like
did
that.
see that. I did see that.
So hopefully not. But yeah, so that's my analysis of that. Their defense needs to kind of step it up a little bit more than they have the past 2 games. But thankfully, again, we play the Dolphins this week, so it gives them a week to kind of get back on track. Also, Justin Herbert was not great in the second half. He was fine in the first half, but the second half he didn't really do anything. So and we lost Omari and Hampton for the next 4 games at least. So that kind of blows as well, considering we already lost Najee Harris. So we're down 2 running backs already, down to Hassan Haskins pretty much now, and Vidal. We'll probably split, but yeah, that's kind of my analysis of the last week. Going into this week, they should win. I'm gonna also too. Let's make since I talked about Chargers first, let's all make a pick, and then we're gonna keep track of this. Okay, we're just gonna pick the 4 games for the 4 teams. If one of us has a bye week, then so be it. But we're just gonna pick 4 games, and we'll keep track of this towards the end of the season. Then we'll do something. I don't know, something.
Little Millie.
But yeah, a little Millie on it. So I think Chargers win 27-17.
Are you writing these down?
Yeah, I'm putting my phone.
And you play the Ravens? Is that what you said?
No, I said the Dolphins.
Oh my Lanta, Evan.
I wasn't listening.
Evan's doing a great job.
I said we traded the Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
Evan got Caleb Williams on the mind.
And Vlad
Evan was about
Jr.
to fall asleep at work today.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
was. That's what he said.
I was out of it, bro.
We didn't even rank whose job was the hardest. We're going to do that next
We'll do
week.
that another time. We gotta save that. Okay, yeah, we'll do it next time.
Mine for sure.
Because Katie was talking about poop.
Evan, what's your pick? Yeah, poop dog.
Dolphins, Chargers. Let's go Chargers. And we're picking score?
Is this week 6 already?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me Chargers 31. Dolphins
Okay.
17.
Jared, if you want to know, the over-under is 43.5.
I appreciate that.
Why Jared? Jared, what?
You made your
That's where you
pick.
Yeah, Evan.
That's fair. That's
Do
fair.
you
Would
want to
pick-
change your pick?
You picked the Chargers, Ev?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chargers are favored by 3.5 as well. Because they're
Okay.
in Miami.
What was your score again, Evan?
31-17.
31-17. All right. Jared.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the Dolphins. 38-29.
bastard.
229.
29, huh?
Mm-hmm.
28-29.
Nope. 38-29 Dolphins.
38?
38, Bubba.
It's a lot of
You're putting up
points.
38 on them? Goodness. Kenny?
Give me the Chargers 20. Give me, I don't know. I'll go 34-21.
Since you just talked last, give me
Wait,
your
wait,
analysis
wait,
on...
wait.
What? Oh,
Go ahead,
Evan,
Ev.
Yes.
I raised my hand. Have we ever seen the NFL scoregami thing?
Yeah, I've seen
Anybody
them.
ever heard of that?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think anybody has it.
I've heard of it. I don't remember how it works.
Jared
though.
has
What
it.
is it?
Jared hasn't. It's just like we can make that another segment sometime because it'll take a minute, but it's cool.
Okay. All right. Well, since you just interrupted Kenny, then you can.
I raised my
finish.
hand.
I know, but it's
You go
okay.
ahead,
Just
Evan.
go on the Bears.
Oh, okay.
Your analysis.
My analysis of last week is we
They
got
lost the bye
so
week?
much better. Nope, we got so much better. We won. We looked very good on offense and defense. We get
BJ was doing work last week, or what?
oh yeah. He was he was working the team real hard. we got 4 defensive starters coming back this week. So we're going to be good on defense. We also have motivation because last time we played this team, we lost on a Hail Mary. So it's they're calling it the Fail Mary game. And that was where Tyreek Stevenson was taunting the crowd and then turned around and got he just
Wasn't covering the guy he was
Yeah.
supposed to cover.
Exactly. He was supposed to cover the guy in the back. He didn't. Anyway, they caught it. Touchdown. They won. So I would say right now, this is one of the Bears' biggest games on their schedule because we're sitting at 2-2 and we could move to 3-2 and have good momentum, or we can lose it all and go 2-3, which our season wouldn't be over, but it wouldn't be amazing. We are not favored. The point totals are 49.5. It is I think it's in Washington, D.C.,
No.
which is not good for us. But we do have defensive starters coming back. Monday night game. So
I
hopefully
think it's
prime
technically
time
in Virginia, isn't it? Is it Virginia or Maryland?
somewhere.
I think they're
That's a good
moving eventually, but I think it's in Virginia.
Hmm.
Well, yeah.
What's your pick?
I'm going Bears, obviously. We're going to go. Caleb's going to have a great game, great primetime game. So we'll go Bears 27, 24 Commanders. I think it'll be a close game.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna take the.
You know
I'm
who
gonna
you
take
want
the
to pick.
Commanders. I'm taking the
No,
Commanders.
frick you.
Jaden Daniels, he looked not great the first half, and then he because he finally got back into it a little bit, and their running back kind of went off a little bit too. So, I just think
Krosky.
I'm gonna take the
Bill?
Commanders. I'm gonna go 28-23.
Give me the Bears. Let's say 28-24. Just for you, Evan.
Take it.
Nice.
We'll take it.
Kenny.
This is nothing against Evan.
Didn't I say 27, 24?
Yes, you did, buddy. It's called Price is Right.
I got Jaden Daniels, Bill Krosky, and Terry McLaurin in like a couple fantasy leagues, so I need them to do well. So give me
That's how Kenny picks
the-
his sports. Based
What?
off fantasy
Hey.
teams.
That's fine.
So do a lot of
that's
people. I'm just that's nothing against you, Evan. But give me the Commanders, and we'll go high scoring game, but it'll be close. I'll go 34-31.
Nice. All right, go Kenny.
Colts played the Raiders last week. Another daunting, high octane team. Not really. Colts are they're in a soft spot in their schedule. Played
It's like the back of your
the
head,
Rams.
buddy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the Rams aren't bad, but before the Rams, they played the Titans. Then now we played the Raiders last week. Play the Cardinals next week. But yeah, the Raiders just didn't look good, missing a left tackle. But no, it's just another game where the Colts took care of business, made a bad team look bad, and it's kind of crazy. The Raiders actually won technically the first and the fourth quarter. They scored 3 points in each quarter. The Colts didn't score in the first or the fourth quarter, but they scored 40 in the second and the third quarter. So that was kind of cool. A lot of big plays, 2 interceptions. I can't remember if there was a forced fumble or not. I think there was a fumble as well. So yeah, just big plays. I know there's a lot of talking heads are like, waiting for the other shoe to drop for Daniel Jones to go back to his New York Giants days, but and I was one of those people that thought he wasn't going to be that good, but he's just continued to play well in an offense that fits his style, and it works. So,
Kenny, you want to know what I told Jared and Evan today because you weren't in there? But
so
remember
ready.
remember that picture that I showed you the other day, or I sent a while ago. It sent like in August. It said, whenever you think your team has it bad, just remember someone's favorite team has an Anthony Richardson versus Daniel Jones quarterback battle going on, and then you're 6 weeks into the season now, and the Colts are the number 1 seed in the AFC, which is just crazy. But
It's just it's a good time.
Crazy.
And I don't see it going downhill. I mean, the Rams game was quote unquote a bad game for Daniel Jones, and it's just because he had 2 picks and they were at the very beginning and the very end of the game. And even in that game, if it weren't for one player, we would have hung 34 on the Rams in LA. So yeah, I don't know. at the end of the season, the last like 7 games of the season are going to be really tough. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it should diminish because, yeah, defense
Who
is
you got
only going to
next
get
week?
better.
Mm-hmm.
We play the
Who you guys got
Chargers
next week?
after. Oh, we play Arizona. Play Arizona this week,
Oh.
and then we play the Chargers in LA.
So it's Colts Cardinals this week.
Yeah.
What's your pick?
I am going to go Colts. I think they're favored by 6.5. I think right now. But they're at
Good spread.
home. So, yeah, we were 7.5.
I mean, given the way that
favorites.
the Cardinals lost last week, it
Yeah,
should
also-
be a 6.5 favorite.
Thank you this is from Adonai Mitchell to DeMarcado. Thank you for fumbling the ball at the half-yard line. So the heat is off of AD Mitchell and onto you because you're the next idiot that decided to fumble the ball before you got to the end zone. So
I feel bad for the guy though because he got physically assaulted, and
His coach got
Adnan
fined.
Mitchell did not get physically assaulted. So
Did you see
It
they
was-
fined him 100K?
yeah,
100K,
it was
which is
AD Mitchell.
crazy that Jerry Jones got fined $150,000 more for. He said he accidentally flipped off his. You know what I'm saying here, and the coach punches a player, and anyways, I don't know. It's
It
kind of
was, yeah.
Might
It
be
was AD
salary
Mitchell's
based.
birthday today, though. Oh yeah,
I guess
It's
salary
a little
based.
bit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something. Anyways, there was another fine I saw. I was like, that's crazy. I think the way that people get players and stuff get fined. Oh, it was like Saquon got fined a couple weeks ago for
Mhm.
lowering his head or something, and it was like $60,000 he got fined for it. I was like, goodness.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was your pick? Colts. What was the score?
I'll go Colts 34-21. Or no, 28.
Okay.
Keep
Jay?
up with the spread.
Yeah, the Colts are looking good. I haven't watched any of them, so I don't really know that. But Daniel Jones he's alive, doing well. Might be the Sam Darnold of last year. They go 15-2, and then oh yeah, they're not really that good. But Colts. I'll take the
It's
Colts
possible.
over the Cardinals. Give me. I have no idea what Kenny picked because I zoned out like Evan did at the beginning. Give me
34-28.
Give me 27-21.
Evan.
I think the Cardinals are going to come out and play very well because they are mad that they lost to the Titans. So I think it'll be a low scoring
Where's the game?
game.
It's in
It's
Indy.
Indy. Yeah.
Okay.
Kyler Murray is questionable as well.
What do you guys call that place? The Loud House.
The Loud House.
The Loud House.
But I think the Colts still win. But I think it'll be like 17-13. Colts.
Whoa. Danny Jones not doing nothing.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I think the Colts win. I'm gonna go Colts, but I'm gonna go. Oh, I think. Yeah, I think Danny Jones has a decent game, but Jonathan Taylor probably scores a couple touchdowns, and Kyler Murray's gonna run around like a little toddler back there for a little bit, and then he'll throw a couple touchdowns too. So that's my expert analysis right there. I'm gonna go 29-19.
That's probably a scoregami right there.
I love picking scoregamis. All right, Jared. Last but not least, bring it up. Let's see it. Let's hear it.
Oh yeah, we're not going to talk about it because
Okay.
we don't want to. But we could
Okay.
talk about so many things. Chiefs Jaguars, obviously. We could talk about picks. We could talk about penalties. We could talk about lots of things. And you know what? We just lost the game. Congratulations, Jaguars. You won your Super Bowl. You're definitely not going to the real one. So hang this one on your wall. Hope it feels good.
Forever.
Yeah. We lost. They outplayed us. No, they didn't. But you know what it is. Anyway,
You
what
guys,
I would like
you guys poked yourselves in the butthole in the fourth quarter. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Is that a saying?
kind
I
of.
don't
Yeah,
think-
it's definitely. I just made it.
If you really want to talk about it, I can talk about it for a long time. But one interesting
it's
thing.
fine.
Let's just say one interesting
Yeah.
thing is that we had 4 kickoffs in a row with the penalty, putting us back.
Yeah.
And they had very
That's
good field
unfortunate.
position the whole game, and we
Mhm.
almost had 500 yards of offense. And the offense, I liked how the offense played. It's fun to watch. It's the most fun I've had watching Chiefs offense for a while. So, obviously I don't like them losing. But here's what I really don't
I do.
like.
Hold on. On a
Okay.
note on the kickoff, I do like the new kickoff. It has made it more interesting for a number of reasons, and also to yeah. I was just gonna make. That's all I really wanted to
It
say.
has
about
made
that.
it
I like the
interesting.
new
There's been
kickoff.
a lot of good field position this year, for sure.
Yeah.
And it
More
forces
scores.
you to
And also the
actually
fact.
use some
Mhm.
strategy. And when your moron kicker decides to kick the ball out of bounds and get them to start at the 40 when they need a touchdown, which is also what
Yep.
happened in that game, it adds strategy.
Yep. Yeah, I think also the fact that kickers can now kick moonshots for field goals, it makes it even more interesting because you only need like if you get to the 35-40 yard line, you need 1 first down and then you potentially have a shot at kicking a field goal. So if you got a decent kicker. So all right, well, moving on to this week, you get another big boy primetime game.
Yes. The Lions and the Chiefs. Should be a good game. Don't know how I feel about it. We could go 2-4, which isn't going to feel great. But then we get Rashid Rice back. We'll see. The AFC is wide open. We're 1 game out of the AFC West right now at 2-3. And we'll just see what happens. I'm going to try to enjoy watching my team. We're not going to, make the AFC Championship probably every year like we have the last 7. So we'll see. The main thing I wanted to say was that don't you just say that you hate the Chiefs because they're the best. That's all I want to hear out of you people. Okay? I'm fine with you hating the Chiefs. Kenny absolutely hates the Chiefs, and he's just like, no, I don't hate the Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco just bothers me when he's getting upset on the field. Like, no. Or the refs just help the Chiefs. No, just say you hate the Chiefs because they're the best. That's all I want to hear.
Here's what it is. Familiarity breeds contempt, okay? They have been in the spotlight for so long that people are like, okay, I need somebody else to be in there. And especially if you're not a big, if you're a fan of the team like you are, it's like, hell yeah, they're always in the spotlight and they're a good team. But then people that are not necessarily a fan or are tired of it, obviously, because they're seeing them so much, it's like, all right, let's find somebody else new that's fun and exciting and stuff like that.
Yep.
So that's my take on it.
Yep. You hate them
But-
because they're the best. That's right. Good take. Okay, I got the Chiefs. They're gonna beat the Lions. Let's say, I don't know. This is a hard game. All my
It's a
scores have been
toughie.
similar. Give me 28-25. Win by a field goal.
What's the spread, Kenny?
I'm trying to find it. Casey is favored
Lions 3
by 2.5.
Oh, they are. Well, I guess it's
52.5.
Kansas City, so
Over total's 52.5. So I think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
yeah. Yeah, it's in Kansas City, so what was your score again? You said what?
28-25.
25. Okay. Evan.
I need the Chiefs to win because I hate the Lions and they're in my division. So go Chiefs. I have Chiefs winning 24-23.
Whoa. Okay. Kenny.
I'm really
Good, say it,
torn on
Kenny.
this because this could be a big bounce back game for the Chiefs, but it's kind of tough to do that against what's considered probably the best team in football right now. But we'll go Chiefs. They'll probably whip something up, get a little bit of a.
Get a little bit of the
Actually,
refs out.
this is I was gonna say a little bit of a short week, but that
Patrick
too. I
Mahomes,
don't
he's
know.
no Daniel Jones, but they'll probably find a way to win.
No, he's not. He's not Daniel Jones. That's for sure.
Nope, he ain't got that long of a Peter.
I don't know that, but yeah, let's
I'm
go
gonna call him
Chiefs.
Peter Jones.
We'll go Chiefs. 34-31.
Okay. All right. Yes, I do feel like it's in Kansas City's like one of the only teams that really has a true, like there's a few within the league that have a home field advantage, but Kansas City is one of those because, yeah, it's Arrowhead, and even on the road they have a lot of fans. So that is, I don't know. Jared Goff's playing well. Amon-Ra is Amon-Ra, and I just don't know about the Lions defense.
They do have some injuries. Some
The Lions
limited
defense does?
practice. Amon-Ra did not practice today,
Interesting. Okay.
but he'll probably play.
I'm gonna take the Lions, and I'm gonna take them 31-27.
That's just because I
That's my
didn't
pick.
pick the Chargers. Hater.
Yeah, that's why. Because frick you. No, I'm just kidding. It's it's fine. Okay. Those are picks. We'll revisit those next week, and then we'll do it again. So, Jared, give me your 20 seconds. Why Boise State lost Notre Dame?
Because Maddox is a hot dog, but he's not good. When they have to rely on the pass, he will be terrible. That's the answer. That's why Ashton Genty should have been the Heisman last year. He should have been more appreciated because he literally carried the team when they were only trying to stop Ashton Genty, and they had no respect for Maddox Madsen. Ashton should have won the Heisman. He did what he did against heavy boxes when they were focused on stopping him. And that's kind of proof of this game was kind of proof of that to me. Maddox is never going to be special, unfortunately. He's not a good passer.
Yeah. Do you think there's a chance they throw in the other guy? I don't even know the guy's name, but he played
Max
a little bit in the one
Cutworth.
game.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I doubt it. They'll probably just Maddox will be fine against Mountain West competition. Will probably be competitive in the Mountain West, but like I said, when they're forcing us to throw the ball, which Notre Dame did a good job of, and our line held up super well, and Maddox just ran out of the pocket for absolutely no reason and made stupid throws.
That was actually, yes, that was one of the most frustrating things. I kept saying to myself, why is he leaving the
He
pocket
did
so
not.
early?
I think it's literally because he can't see, because he's 5'10", and he can't see over
That's
the lineman.
probably true.
That's probably part of it.
Yeah.
But also, he's just not it. He's just not special.
He sucks at
No.
throwing on the run too. It pisses me off.
He
'cause he tries
dirts
to
the
do it
ball.
all
When
the
he's on the
time.
run, he underthrows it every single time.
Yeah, yeah, and he does it all the time.
I don't. He was getting fantastic protection
Yes.
against a power. You can't even. They're not even in conference, but one of the top teams in college football, and he made their job harder by running out of the pocket and then threw a pick. Or
The
it's
fact
unfortunate,
that
but
we were still in that game at halftime blew my mind.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those games like they had a chance to win, but everything that they hurt themselves on, they would have had to actually use to their advantage. It's just unfortunately one of those games, and I don't think Notre Dame's that great personally, but
They're not.
yeah, but yeah, it's a winnable game. Unfortunate that wasn't the case. So, okay, well, yeah. Anyways, sad, but the state of it, and I don't know. There's a chance that they'll get a bowl game this year, but nothing too crazy.
Could
So.
still win the Mountain West.
Well,
That's what we're cheering for.
Yeah, doesn't every conference championship get a bid? Didn't they change that?
No.
No.
I don't know. I think it's just the top.
It's
Top
top
six.
Top group of
Uh,
5 team gets an automatic.
Yeah, it's the top of the
okay,
group
okay.
of 5. So
We could still get that, but we're gonna.
there's a chance for sure. I don't know who we're competing against, but USF's one of them.
Yeah, we probably will not be.
But okay. Well, that's that. They play New Mexico, and yeah, that's this week in sports. And then by next week, we'll see if the Blue Jays are still in playoffs, and yeah, there'll be
one's
more.
on Sunday.
Yeah, I guess
They'll
they
have to be in the
technically
playoffs
can't.
still.
Yeah, they'll still be in the playoffs because it's a best of
Yeah.
7 in the.
Or
yeah.
is it 7 or 5?
It's 7
Oh.
in the CS.
Okay.
Jared showing off his Bobby Witt Jr. jersey.
Jared,
What size is that? Kid small?
No, this is a kid's extra large though because it's cheaper and it fits. So, but you didn't see that coming,
Did you finish above 500 this year?
Yes, we did.
Nice.
We did. Feels good.
above
Cardinals?
or at?
Above by 2 games.
Oh, okay.
We did.
Nice. All right. Well, I think that about does it. Anybody else have anything?
Kenny, what you got? I know you got something on that mind.
I got nothing. I'm
Kenny
getting
seemed
up
like
in
he was
like
mad at us the whole time.
I'm getting
Yeah, are
up
you
in
mad?
like 6 hours, so no.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta
frick.
get
Do
Just
we got to
kidding.
go
I
in
forgot you
early
get up.
tomorrow?
You didn't seem mad.
No, Kenny's got. He's got.
Do we
he's
have
got
to go
Jesus
in
time in the
early?
morning.
I'm going to a Bible study tomorrow morning, and then I'm going over to Kimberly to pick up some powder coat.
Some pods.
I can go pick up
Okay.
the powder coat. We can talk about that after.
I'm already gonna be over there, so. But yeah,
Okay.
There was something else. Oh, we need silicone from Napa. That's what we need. But I'll
Not
probably
it.
run into. Anyways. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for listening, everyone. Don't forget to. I don't know. You know who we are, so I guess it doesn't really matter for those 3 listeners out there. We appreciate you 3 listeners. That's all I want to say. We appreciate you guys. Also, if you're still hung around this long, major props. Okay. But until then, Hunter, Evan down there with nothing on under that. I see your tits.
It's
And
that's a
Jared
polo,
over
bro. What are we doing?
Jared, and then Kenny.
Why do
I
you
can
get?
show
Why do
my.
you get naked to watch the Blue Jays, Evan? That's weird.
No, I had my jersey on, bro.
that thing was unbuttoned.
Vladdy.
That it was.
Okay, bye everyone.